All right, we're going to go ahead and talk about the draw function today and discuss a couple of uses that you may have and how we can actually use it. All right, so in Godot, there is a underscore draw function that you can use with any of your canvas item nodes, which includes your control and 2D, and will allow you to draw on the screen, like you see here, some custom 2D visuals. Now, the important rule here is that you do not call the draw function randomly from process, and you put your drawing code inside of the draw function. If something changes and you need to update the drawing, then you're going to be calling a function called QRedraw. And all that's going to do is tell Godot to call draw again. All right, so in this first example, we're drawing several basic shapes directly from a node 2D. All right, so on screen, let's jump right on over here. We come up, you see we're extending a node 2D here. And all it has is just a simple script, and it has our draw function. All right, so if I just scroll down here, you got your comment to show you what each one is for. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm just going to scroll down here. I don't want to make this super long or longer than it really needs to, but here's how you draw a line. Right, just pass in your 2 points, a color, and a thickness. We have a rectangle, which is our rect2, color, whether or not it's filled, and our line thickness. And here again, filled, we have here, we don't need a line thickness because it is filled. The only difference is here is we have true instead of false. Drawing a circle, and there you go. Again, we could fill this in, and that's what we're going to see here, where we have true instead of false. We can draw an arc, which of course is only part of a circle, just one portion. All right, and draw a polygon is where we're at here. This allows us to fill a custom shape, whereas a polyline, there we go, will allow us to connect multiple points together, kind of like a line 2D. And you could already see how this can, well, hopefully you can already start seeing how this can be useful for using some debug tools while you're testing. Now, something to keep in mind here is these points are local, they're not global. So I know if you're used to with your global points, that might throw you off a little bit, but these are local points. All right, now let's take a look at how to do about doing some updating with that drawing. So this is where QRedraw is going to come into play, and I'll see you in a moment. Alright, so we've gone ahead and updated our script here a little bit, so we're no longer just drawing a bunch of shapes on the screen. And this is an example where we are using QRedraw. And remember, all that means is that we're just asking the engine to redraw our graphics on the screen. And since this is in the process, this is going to constantly be redrawing every frame. But what you see here is the radius, as you see with us updating it here every frame and passing that into our draw function when we do our circle. We are changing the radius and kind of animating this drawing. Now, well, let's take a look at it. So we can see here, we simply just have a red circle that just pulsates in and out. So you see, if you could use this with debug, you can even have simple animations going on with what you got here. And the only difference here is Of course, we're passing in a variable, which you should be comfortable with, and we're calling QRedraw, which is calling for Godot to use draw again, which is redrawing our circle. Right? So, fairly simple, and as you can see, with debugging, you could have that little animations, make things a little easier for yourself. And next, I'm going to show you something that you could use and something that I've actually done for my upcoming game. So the video is starting to get on a bit, but you can see here, you can use these to even draw yourself simple icons. And depending on your game, this may or may not fit in your style. But you can see with drawing hearts up there, we could update based on the value of lives. Say we have 5. And then maybe that drops to 4, 3, 2. Each of those could queue a redraw every time your life changes, and then you can just update how many hearts are being drawn on the screen. As an example, right? You can have your coin up there if you're showing just a number alongside it, like say Mario, and you've got the shield up there, right? You can have it maybe draw as a dark color initially, and then when your player picks up a shield, then you could redraw it as a lighter color. As an example, but you can draw your game icons using this draw function and update it, and you've already seen you can animate them if you wanted to. All right, so as our final example here, I just have a marker 2D just to give us a point to use here, and I have, let's say, a character moving around on the screen. Whatever, in my case, he's just orbiting around a point. And for debug purposes, you could easily have it drawing a line. So this could be maybe the path that the character is using. This could be to show what the character is looking at or what its next target or focus is. Whatever your use case, right? Maybe a vision cone that you can't normally see, right? Well, the point is you can use this for debugging purposes as well, right? So we got icons that you could use. You could use for debugging purposes. You could use it just to draw shapes on the screen. For example, let's say a tutorial or onboarding, right? Where you just need to maybe draw an outline around something, or maybe just in your game, you need to draw an outline around something. You can simply use the draw function for that. But that's just a few ideas that you could use. All right, so here's some icons myself that I use to use. Some icons that I use the draw function for. So I didn't have to go ahead and sit there and create them inside of an art program or anything. I use the draw function to draw these out, and then I just save them as a PNG. Not sure why the continue one up there has a black background when it doesn't, but point is, I went ahead, I used the draw function to draw the icons or some of the icons for my game. I saved them out into images, and now I've got icons, and they look completely different than what someone else might make, or something that you might make, something that you might find online. Yeah, that's again just another example. I just want to put that out there, but that's it. Take care. Have yourselves a good one. And when you need to do something visual on screen like that, maybe think about going for the draw function next time.